everybody. Welcome again to Guadalupe-thon 2023 on this Giving Tuesday in November. We're asking all of you to please become members of the Guadalupe Cultural Arts Center. You can give your donations. There's links here on these posts. There's links on our Facebook page, our YouTube page, and you can always go to our website. That's guadalupeculturalarts.org. Once again, renew your membership at guadalupeculturalarts.org. I'm Cristina Bailly. I'm the Executive Director of the Guadalupe, and right now what we're going to do next is something that I'm very excited about. I don't think we have let people know how much property we own. We actually have an entire little campus here in the heart of the west side of San Antonio on the corners of Guadalupe and Brazos Street, mainly extending up and down Brazos Street, that's in north and south, and we have properties, we own almost 3 blocks of properties on Brazos Streets. Many people are surprised to hear us say that, but right now it's become very important to us because we are actually undergoing the visioning and design of a campus master plan. We have hired an architecture firm to help us do this designing, this visioning about what we want our campus to look like. What we're doing is we're looking at all of our programs, everything that we do, and then thinking what buildings and facilities do we need to do these programs in? And how will they best serve the community? How will they best serve the west side of San Antonio and all the visitors that come to experience their own art and culture and heritage? So what we're going to do right now is we're going to step outside. You've been enjoying programs all day of the Guadalupe, seeing what we do. But right now, we're going to take a step outside, and I am going to give you a tour of all our properties up and down Brazos Street. So come with me, follow me, and let's go look at our properties.
Cristina Bailly, and I'm Executive Director of the Guadalupe Cultural Arts Center here in the west side of San Antonio. The Guadalupe, as it's called, has become an iconic center, not just in San Antonio, but in the entire country. And what's very special about it is precisely the neighborhood that it's coming from. As you can probably tell, I'm standing on the corner of Guadalupe and Brazos Streets in what is now El Mero Hueso Cultural District. This is officially a cultural district that has been designated by Texas Commission on the Arts, and anchoring it all is the Guadalupe Cultural Arts Center. Many people don't know that we own and manage 9 properties up and down Brazos Streets. That's 3 blocks of properties. And today what I'd like to do is give you a brief tour of the properties because we are undergoing a big process of transformation. And I want to show you what everything looks like now. First of all, we have another iconic space, which is the Guadalupe Theater. This is a theater that was opened in 1942 as a movie theater in the Guadalupe neighborhood. It showed all the Mexican movies of the great stars of the golden era of Mexican cinema. And eventually it became property of the city of San Antonio, and then it came under management of the Guadalupe Cultural Arts Center in 1980. So now for 43 years, the Guadalupe Cultural Arts Center has programmed many shows in that theater. Everything from dance and music, ballet folklorico and mariachi shows, conjunto dances, holiday saxophones, which is rhythm and blues and jazz, and Teatro Chicano. We have many theater programs in there, as well as Cine Festival. Many, many programs happen in this theater, produced by the Guadalupe, and this theater is about to go a $6 million renovation. This is starting in the summer of 2024, and the theater is now going to be closed for operations in preparation for the renovations. So enjoy this theater the way it looks now. It will be keeping its historical essence and its historical integrity. It'll look more or less the same, but it'll definitely be a new and improved theater for the community of the West Side, for San Antonio, and beyond. This time we're looking at another iconic image that comes out of the Guadalupe Cultural Arts Center, and that is the Veladora mural by Chicano artist Jesse Trevino. This has become a beloved piece of public art that all of San Antonio recognizes, and it's reached acclaim and fame well beyond San Antonio. Lovers of art love it, to come and enjoy it and recognize what this piece means to the community. And it has also become a place of devotion for many community members. You may notice, if you ever come by here, that this piece of art is in need of restoration. It was commissioned in 2000 by the Guadalupe, and since then it has not had any major restorations. So we will be doing that now with the renovation of the Guadalupe Theater. We continue with a tour of the Guadalupe Cultural Arts Center campus, and we still haven't left the corner of Guadalupe and Brazos Streets because we have so many buildings around here. I already showed you the theater with its iconic Veladora mural, and now what you see behind me is the old Progreso Pharmacy and also the old Progreso Cafe that was next to it. It is now converted into the Guadalupe Latino Bookstore and the Progreso Community Gallery. This building was renovated in 2017 and 2021 with city bond funding to renovate the entire first floor to make it a functioning bookstore, retail space, and gallery space where we host a number of rotating exhibits and where we host readings once a month. So you are welcome to come to this bookstore anytime. It is open Tuesdays through Saturdays from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. and it's easy to find. It's on the corner of Guadalupe and Brazos Streets. Then moving on over to our next corner, the Guadalupe is actually operating 3 of the 4 buildings on this corner, and one of them is Breckenridge Elementary, but on this corner over here is what we call our Cesar Chavez building. It is a historic building as well in the neighborhood. It used to be the Casa Grande Mexican restaurant, and then it was a bakery. It has been operated by the Guadalupe since the early 1980s. It has served as an education space, and now it is the storage, maintenance, and shop facility for the Guadalupe Cultural Arts Center. There's where we store many of our supplies and our materials that we use for our outdoor events, and where we work on sets for the theater plays that we produce. Now we're moving up north on Brazos Street, just a few feet over from the theater and the bookstore. You'll notice right behind me is a property that we own. It's a little row house that is very typical and classic of this neighborhood of the West Side. And we call it our casita because it's our little purple casita that houses some of our guests and even our staff when they have to stay and work long hours here. So we will make sure that this casita continues to be an integral part of the Guadalupe campus. It's just going to receive a very nice and much needed upgrade. And you can see right here to my left the continuation of the Chavez building property. We have a lot of room there to make some nice improvements for the Guadalupe Cultural Arts Center. Here we are moving up on Brazos Street and the next corner of the campus of the Guadalupe, which is El Paso and Brazos Streets. You can see that here the properties that we own include the old Guadalupanita Cafe that is here to my right. The Guadalupe purchased that in the late 2000s and converted the parking lot into what we call our Parquecito. That is an outdoor performance space where we present programs and we were having a monthly outdoor artisan market before the pandemic, and that we hope to revive sometime again soon. So that is what we can enjoy here on the corner of El Paso and Brazos Streets. And then moving up north on Brazos Street, continuing the tour, you'll see here that we have a very big building, and this is also a little bit of a historic building. It's an old supermarket. We know that that was an H-E-B market, but for those of you that remember the Handy Andes, this was a Handy Andy market. The Guadalupe also purchased this in the late 1990s and converted it into an education center. Now this is our Guadalupe Academy that houses our traditional dance and music programs. We teach ballet folklorico, mariachi, and conjunto music in there. We have dance studios, music studios, and we have a 3,000 square foot fine art gallery where we present rotating art exhibits. Attached to that building and next to it, it's considered a separate building, but it's really all one structure, is right now an empty retail space. That is a 7,000 square foot retail space that we hope to retrofit for short-term use as an annex where we will hold some performances and use as a rehearsal space. And this is a very special place too because of the mural that was completed there in 2016 by Guadalupe Cultural Arts. And a special feature of that mirror is, of course, the image of the late Manny Castillo, who was a beloved arts administrator in San Antonio and specifically in the west side of San Antonio. Moving right along, in the same corner, you can see that we have some other properties. Our latest acquisition, this was purchased in 2022 with a special gift by philanthropist McKinsey Scott. She donated $1 million to the Guadalupe in 2021, and with that, we were able to purchase this panaderia that is behind me. It came up for sale, and we were able to acquire it so that we can complete our campus. And of course, we will work hard at preserving the historical integrity of the building and retrofitting that in our new plans. Finishing up our tour of the Guadalupe campus, we moved up yet one more block north on Brazos Street, ending on the corners of San Fernando and Brazos Streets. You'll see that here we are flanked by Lanier High School and the Alasana Pache Courts, meaning that the Guadalupe is truly at the center, at the heart of the community in the west side of San Antonio. It has been serving this community for 43 years and all of San Antonio and beyond in these 3 blocks of properties here on the west side. These 3 blocks of properties are the heart of El Mero Hueso Cultural District, which is an area that has been designated by Texas Commission on the Arts as culturally significant because besides the Guadalupe, which sits at the very center of it, we are also surrounded by lots of other very important and highly recognized arts organizations. A couple of blocks to the east of us is Rinconcito de Esperanza, that is run by the Esperanza Peace and Justice Center. A couple of blocks north on Buena Vista, we have NALAC, the National Association of Latino Arts and Culture. A couple of blocks west is Guadalupe Cultural Arts, and then a couple of blocks south of us is CAC. But centering it all, at the heart of it all, of course, is the Guadalupe Cultural Arts Center. And you can see here, we're at the very corner of the campus, of the northern end of the campus, and you can see how this space is what is typical of the neighborhood and what is historically very significant to the neighborhood. We are going to work on enhancing all of these properties. Right now, you may not be able to tell that it is all part of a cultural center and a cultural district. And our plans with the campus master plan are going to find a way to enhance these buildings, to also enhance the streets. We are working with the city of San Antonio to make some much needed improvements in the streets, on these sidewalks. We're going to try to slow down traffic, and people and drivers are going to be able to tell that they're entering a cultural district when they drive down these streets. Everybody will know that this is a special place and it deserves to be treated as such. So you'll see all the transformations. You can see right now how special it is just on its own. With our master plan, we are going to be even preserving and enhancing all of this for the betterment, not just of this community, but all of us in the state of Texas, all Mexican Americans that want to connect more with their culture and learn about their culture, and anybody in the entire world that just wants to learn more about authentic communities here in the U.S. and as part of just the entire world that has their own unique cultural treasure gems everywhere. And that's why we appreciate your support, you that are the supporters of the Guadalupe Cultural Arts Center. And on this Giving Tuesday, on this season of giving that has started this weekend, we ask that you remember the Guadalupe. Give your tax-free donation. Send it in now before the end of the year. You can donate by going to our website. Also here on Facebook, you'll see on our sites donation buttons. And you can also mail in a donation. We really, really appreciate your support, and we will continue to need your support, especially as we do all these improvements on this district. You're going to be a major part of it. So please join us in being part of this exciting development, and not just at the Guadalupe, but for all of San Antonio. And we hope to see you soon. Thanks.